Hi everyone. Today I am going to tell you about the downfall of America. You may laugh or you may smile or you may chuckle that what this gentleman is saying. But yes, I am predicting if the United States of America continues its work in such a style and such a manner, and if it tries to neglect all other allies, then the days are far, not far. The days are numbered of the United States of America. That I am predicting as a student of political science. Why? You may ask why you were saying, why you were predicting. Yes, there are so many reasons that I am predicting. You see, few days ago, Donald Trump, after coming in his second term as the president of the United States of America, what did he do? He imposed tariff. He tried to annex countries, islands. He has declared a trade war with not only its year long or decades long allies, even its enemies. Everywhere in the world, he is making enemies. Who are the first? Those who are the close allies. Who were the close allies of United States of America? You say Canada, you take France, you take United Kingdom. Those are the closest allies of the United States of America. But these countries are all have gone against United States of America. Not only that, even the Republicans, even the barons or big tradesmen, big businessmen in the United States of America, even from within the Republican Party, have started complaining and raising their voices against the tariff policies taken by Trump administration. Though Donald Trump very recently on Monday, just last Monday, signaled that he was open to cutting deals with countries around the world to ease tariffs. You know what he has done? He has introduced tariffs even with the countries, those are in Africa, very poor countries. They are also being charged tariffs. You know what is the situation? What is he doing? You know, though. So while Mr. Trump and many White House advisors continue to suggest that don't do that, but still he is not listening to their words. Even the CEOs, means chief executive officers, have boosters express doubts over trade war that has been initiated by Donald Trump. As the world reels from President Donald Trump's trade war, JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon is alleging shareholders that the tariffs will slow down growth. Not only slow down growth, some are assuming that there might be recession. There might be recession again in the United States of America if Donald Trump doesn't stop his tariff war or trade war against that has been declared by him against almost all the countries in the world, including Japan, European Union, Canada, Europe, India, China. With everybody he has started. Okay, so and many people are already are expressing their anger against whom? Against Elon Musk, his advisor in DOGE, Department of Governmental Expenditure. In the name of Department of Government Expenditure, what he is doing? He is laying off employees in the education sector, health sector, and in many other sectors. They are laying off. They are laying off the jobs of the people. Thousands and thousands of jobs they are taking away. Okay, even the retirees and disabled people are facing chronic website outages and other access problems, and they are attempting to log in to their online social security accounts even as they are being directed to do more of their businesses with the agency. So what is going on? Many old people are not getting their social securities. So it is a time, a muted, I mean the social security, problem. Social securities are not being provided to the old people or to the eligible people that has been given to them for many years. Even High Court leaves hold on Venezuelan deportees. What has been happening? When a person of Venezuelan, he just made some tattoos on his hand or on his body, but what happens then? This person has been detected by Trump administration that he was involved with some unlawful organization. As a result, a member of Venezuelan gang, and as a result, what happened? He has been detained. So you see, this type of detainees are going on in the United States of America. And not only that, President Donald Trump said the United States is holding direct nuclear talks with Iran just hours after Tehran again rejected the idea. But this type of things it is doing. So people are not happy with the administration. And you see what is going on. Not only that, the people in the United States of America have started campaigning, have started rallying against Musk and Donald Trump. So this is the situation. This is the situation there in the United States of America. And if this continues, what happened? The government will be under attack, not only from the Republican Party members, his supporters. He or Donald Trump will face challenges from the Republican Party members. And what would happen then? Then there will be a problem to administer or to rule the country. And you see, yes, the United States of America is the oldest economy, oldest democracy, but India is the largest democracy. But within this large democracy, India cannot take these kinds of decision. If government of India lays off, if government of India takes away jobs from hundreds of people, then there will be a problem. There will be rallies. The government will be stopped. The government will be halted. Government will not be able to do any work. There might be a rail strike. There might be burning of railway compartments. There might be burning of buses, trams, communications. Everything might be at stake. But Donald Trump is doing without caring anything. Once he has become the president, he is thinking that whatever he wish he will do. But this kind of problem, it should not be done. It should never be done, right? So what is happening? He is now creating problem. Now many people have thought that he is not fit for administration, though he was out of politics. Initially he was not there. The new demands from Musk is that US DOGE services include 50% cut to the technology division responsible for the website and other electronic access. What he is doing? Now he wants to cut how much? 50% to the technology division. So many of the network outages appear be caused by an expanded fraud check system imposed by the DOGE team. You see, it thinks that there are too much people are taking money, or people are taking advantages of the weakness of the government or administration. But these things are not always the same. So there I think that the Washington Post also wrote that CEOs wish to expand doubts over trade war, and people are not happy what is going on in the United States of America, and people, even the CEOs, even very big company CEOs, that yes, if you see that, you will find that a podcaster, Ben Shapiro, is warning that the president's vision of international trade is mistaken, and Senator Ted Cruz, he is a Republican from Texas, is advising that the tariff strategy carries enormous risk. Yes, the government is under risk. The government has taken too much risk. Trump's tariffs are increasingly alienating some of the corporate titans, influencers, and even Republican lawmakers who served as his biggest boosters. But they are now living not directly, but in mind. They are leaving Donald Trump, as the president plows ahead with a trade strategy that was prompted wild swings in the markets. The criticism is that early sign that the economic turmoil caused by the trade war could leave lasting political scars for Trump. So this is the thing. Not only that, it's what is happening. World leaders who have sought to appease Trump's America first agenda, America first. Yeah, definitely, everybody, all the countries will, all the leaders of the country, all the heads of the countries will definitely give first priority to his or her country, isn't it? Is there any president, is there any prime minister who will think or who will give priority to others' interests? No, nobody can give, because within the system or within the government or within its territory, if a prime minister or a president or head of state sees the interest of the other countries or the United States of America, maybe UK, maybe France, ignoring its own demand, then what would happen? He or she will be under criticism, and ultimately there will be demonstration, and ultimately the government will fall. So there is not a political leader, there is not a head, not a single head in the world who does not see or who does not give importance to his or her country first. So Mr. Trump has initiated America first, make America great again. So America was great, America is great, and America will be. But if it continues to take up these kinds of tariff war or trade war with against the world, then the consequences might not be good. Because you see, now what does it think? The United States of America, yes, it is the largest economy with almost $29 trillion economy, whereas the other countries, I mean China, less, $19 trillion economy. Similarly, third largest economy Germany, 4.7 like that, and Japan, $4.1 trillion economy, while India is having $3.9 trillion economy. But together with all these economies, that will be also similar to or lesser than the total economy of the United States of America. Yes, it is a fact. They are having strong military power. They are having NATO since last 1940s. They are having allies with NATO, and that is his main source of power. And you see, it has economy, strong military, strong administration, strong service, strong science and technology. Yes, it is powerful. Yes, we are powerful, but it does not mean that you are superpowered. It doesn't mean that you are more powerful than God. You are not more powerful than people. People in democracy, people are the most powerful element or component of democracy, right? So if you continue to take this kind of policies, then there will be more strikes, there will be more agitations against you, and the system will be collapsed. And when there will be if once the American already economy has been shattered, already stock exchange, stock market has been shattered. Okay, that is why on Monday Donald Trump has declared that it will think about tariff cuts. Okay, so the cracks in Trump's clout were most visible in corporate America, as the executives who once touted Trump's policies as good for business raised in measure to impact of the tariffs on their portfolios and supply chains. Executives who sounded the alarm on Trump's plans for tariffs during his first term had minimized the impact of duties during the early weeks of administration. You see, Jaguar, I mean the British car makers, they have stopped exporting cars to the USA. Why? Due to tariff. Donald Trump has been imposed tariff against China, against Japan, against UK, against India, against Africa, against European Union, against almost all the countries, even in South Africa also. So you see, in recent, the recent tariffs will likely increase inflation. It is said, the Washington Post writes that the recent, quote, the recent tariffs will likely increase inflation and are causing many to consider a greater probability of a recession, okay, unquote. So this is the situation, and inflationary outcomes both on imports and prices in the United States of America will be the result of this trade war. So why Donald Trump, the USA boosts of its economy, boosts of its military, okay, but if its economy slumps, if its economy falls down, then how can it fight? Because in the in the Second World War, and similarly in the First World War also, United Kingdom at the time, it was the what do you say, you can say the guardian of the world. So this colonial master, what happened, while they had gone to war, they became economically very weak, and economically such a weak country that its debt burden became very much higher, very high. As a result, they had to subdue before the United States of America now, and United States of America took many things and took its economy in its hand, and definitely it overtook Britain. Once United States of America was also the colony of UK, like us, okay. So you see, not only that, you see, once the Eli Lilly CEO David Ricks delivered a grim assessment of the impact of Trump's tariffs on corporate America, warning that companies would probably have to slash research or staff. So many companies have stopped producing. They are already started laying off their employees, because due to tariff, due to imposition of tariff, their manufacturing will be hampered, their export will be hampered, their manpower will be hampered, okay. So it's a pivot in the US policy that it feels like it, and it will be very hard to come back from here, you see. So he said, who said this? So Eli Lilly CEO David Ricks had said, really it will be very difficult to come out from this situation, what has been done by the whimsical tariff policy which has been taken by Trump administration by the advice of his economic advisor, okay. So last week, major trade groups including the National Association of Manufacturing criticized Trump's trade policies as companies sought power in the numbers in voicing their concerns to the Trump administration. Trade associations speaking up in tow in the water, say one industry lobbyist who spoke on the condition of unanimity to speak about the discussion. Even Tesla CEO Elon Musk, one of the Trump's top advisors, broke with Trump's strategy here, in this sense, when Elon Musk was in favor of controlling of expenditure or reducing government expenditure. But Elon Musk is also not supporting Trump's policies on trade, okay, or tariff imposition of tariff. Tesla CEO Elon Musk, one of the Trump's top advisors, broke with Trump's strategy. It is written by Washington Post. It was published in 8th April, okay. So this is today's newspaper of Washington Post, okay. So it is said that with Trump's strategy, saying at an event Saturday that he hoped to see a zero tariff situation between North America and Europe, because he is a businessman. And both Trump and Elon Musk both are businessmen, and both are business tycoons, that I can say. So they have trade interest, they have business interest. Elon Musk has much more trade interest than Trump, and definitely if this tariff continues on countries, then his business will be hampered. What happened few days ago in Germany, in few of his showrooms, there has been what I say, attacks by people. So people are attacking, people are trying to destroy Elon Musk's cars showrooms. So this type of problem has already been started. These things should be taken care of. If it thinks it is good, if it controls itself, if it controls its ego, if it controls its mentality, if it reads the Gita, then if the United States of America, if the chief CEO of the United States of America, or the President of the United States of America controls himself, then he might be saved. He might save the country. Otherwise, if he continues with his ego, if he continues with his trade war, if he continues with threatening on Canada, with UK, if he thinks that Canada will be the 51st country, 51st state of the United States of America, then he is living in the heaven of fools. Okay, so it is never possible. It is never possible. So this is not possible actually. And similarly, when Donald Trump has been initiated this kind of behavior, or this kind of policies, has taken this kind of policies, and particularly after the misbehavior with President Zelensky of Ukraine, whole European Union has stood before or with President Zelensky, because it was people thought, or the leaders thought, it was not the insult on Zelensky himself. It was an insult to the presidents or prime ministers or heads of all the nations. So these kinds of Donald Trump has antagonized the world with his behavior, even in the White House, in a press conference. So these things should be taken care of. So these things should be taken care of, but he did not do. And what happened there was, he allowed this. And you will see that European Union is now Germany, France, UK, and other countries of European Union, except United Kingdom. So they are now investing money for manufacturing weapons, for manufacturing armaments. Why? Because they understood that during Donald Trump's regime, they will not get military support from the USA. So they will have to become self-sufficient. So if Europe becomes self-sufficient once again, then what will happen? There would be once again tussle between North America and European Union. So European Union is also very strong. There is France, there is Germany, right? There is Italy. So other countries are there. Not only that, he is openly supporting Mr. Putin. Yes, you can, but it is not good when Donald Trump supports or praises Putin initially, but now thereafter he criticized, or thereafter he was angry with Mr. Putin. But initially, when Zelensky went there, he was supporting Putin, and he said, and he went against Mr. Zelensky, and he spoke in support of Mr. Putin. So Putin attacked Ukraine, and you are supporting the attacker. So it should not happen. Similarly, trade relation with China has been decreased, because Donald Trump Trump administration has imposed tariff on China. So their trade has been reduced. So these are the things going on in the world. And if Donald Trump thinks that he will win this battle, I think that it is not right, and it is not proper, and it is not justified and it is not ethical also, because the people of America is suffering, people of the world is suffering as a whole. So due to one man's faulty policies, why the world will suffer? When you will inflict suffering to others, definitely the other people will not come to respect you, will not come to help you, will not come to worship you. Definitely, if you inflict pain, if you inflict suffer, give pain to others, definitely they will try to retaliate. May not be now, because they are not now in a position to attack you. They are not in a position to to declare war against the United States of America, but they are gradually, this system, Donald Trump or the United States president, recent president, latest president, initiated the process, initiated the or he has planted the seed of antagonism against the world leaders. The world leaders are now, almost all the countries are now angry with the Trump administration, because he is threatening, he is bullying, he is imposing taxes, he is telling anything to anyone, he is not sparing even a president of an independent country. And so these things, if continues, there will be bad for the United States of America. And also you see, you will see that that is why probably unconstitutional, it is also Donald Trump's tax increases is also unconstitutional, okay, which it's predicted that her idea and how international trade works. So all these things, people are not, even the people in the USA are not happy with this, and some are saying that it is horrific, because there was a criticism that Donald Trump is sending back to the even legal immigrants, those who have been staying there for decades. Okay, so the thing is like, if you go, if you got to get scared that people who are not criminals are getting like loosened up and deported and sent to like El Salvador prisons. Rogan said on a recent podcast episode, Rogan was referring to Andre Jose Hernandez Romero, a Venezuelan makeup artist who was deported to El Salvador after the Trump administration identified him as a Tren de Aragua gang member through his tattoos, which his family members have said has nothing to do with the gang, because Ronald had always derided Trump's fight with Canada, because you see, Canada, an independent country, Trump seeks to annex it with the United States of America and with Mexico. So with South America, with Canada, with European Union, with South Asia, with Africa, with everybody or every country or in the world, or every part of the world has been antagonized with the policies of Trump. Even Senate Republicans, including Trump allies and critics, have grown increasingly concerned about the tariffs Trump announced Wednesday. As the stock market divided, people are going to panic if this continues, and they are in a bit of panic now, said Senator Kevin Cramer, Republican, North Dakota, describing the mood among Senate Republicans. Okay, so still concerns about the tariffs haven't led Trump's supporters to sour on him yet. He said, if the tariffs start hurting individuals and they start feeling that hurt in substantial ways, even Donald Trump's strongest supporters may second guess, Kramer said. But I don't think that we are at the second guessing stage yet. I mean, so they are not, though he is a Republican MP or maybe a senator. Okay, David Kramer is now he is okay, a Senate Republican. Okay, so David Kevin Cramer, senator. So he said that now still the time has not come to think second man, but it might come very soon. Okay. So it is so Trump administration should think about it, and even one person he said that I love President I mean he loves President Trump. Senator from Texas, and right on his podcast said that yeah, I love Cruz. He said that yeah, we love Donald Trump, but I am in strongest supporter in the Senate. I think he is doing incredible things as president, but at the same time he criticized. So like this, the stock market has had 2 successive days of greater than 1,500 points decline. So this is the situation. This has happened to the USA. I hope that the world will recover it, and definitely the country will think about it. And Trump tariffs update, the protest, there has been many protests in the USA. Thousands of people are gathering in cities across the US to take part in the protests against Trump and Elon Musk. Okay, the leaders of the UK and France have said nothing should be off the table. Remember, nothing should be off the table. Okay, when it comes to a response to the tariffs announced by Trump. And Jaguar Land Rover Automotive says it is pausing car shipments to the US this month to mitigate the effect of a 25% tax on vehicle imports. You see, 25% tax have been imposed, right? So Trump tells people in the US to, quote, hang tough, as he admits his trade war wouldn't be easy. Okay, so even the Chinese foreign minister says that USA should stop using tariffs as a weapon to suppress China's economy and trade. Yeah, China is rising, so definitely everybody, including USA, is very much worried about the pace of rising, about the about the speed the Chinese economy, Chinese military and Chinese infrastructure is improving or growing up. Okay, so it is said that thousands of people, yeah, definitely thousands of people have come out to protest against Elon Musk and Donald Trump. All right. So this is the situation, and not only that, biggest demonstration. And what is happening, this type of agitations, there is the change of demography. You will find earlier what happened, there was only young people, mainly young people, who used to come and shout against a party or against a person. But this time young people, middle-aged persons, old people, all kinds of people or all aged people have thronged on the roads to demonstrate and to show their protest against Elon Musk and Donald Trump. So this is going on in the United States of America. So there are many gatherings around the United States of America, but at this particular one in Washington DC, taking a look at the crowd, one can see a very interesting demographic. Yeah, I told you. So this was all kinds of people came to protest. Trump administration's crackdown is being described as an assault on political dissent, and many people, those who are not coming out directly, why they are not coming directly? They are not coming directly because Trump may crack on them, or he may detain or deport or even strip their okay. So vicious protesting. If some students, while protesting against Israel war on Gaza, they have been those students have been detained, deported, and stripped of their wishes for protesting against Israel. So this type of administration is being adopted, or is being ruled, or is being implemented, or is being headed by Donald Trump. Okay, so these things should be taken care of, and if Donald or if the Trump administration continues this, so there might be more or massive strikes or massive or massive gatherings that might trouble the government. Okay, So a Downing Street statement says that British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron have held a conversation about the tariffs. So not only that, so world leaders, both France and UK, both the presidents are also close friends, and President Zelensky also a friend of President Macron. So they are having informal relations also. So when you attack on an informal or a friend, on a friend, so definitely the person who is okay, threatening or who is insulting definitely will not be loved by the friend, the other friend. Okay, so they agreed that a trade war was in nobody's interest, but nothing should be off the table, the statesman said. So it is also hampering and impact particularly in Southeast Asia and South Asia also. Japan Prime Minister also spoke to Trump over tariffs. Shigeru Ishiba, he plans to hold a telephonic call next week with Trump on tariffs, right? Ishiba had called for a calm-headed approach after Trump slapped 24% tariffs, 24% tariffs on goods made in Japan, you see. So on the US's top trading partner, so US's top trading partner is Japan. So Trump administration has imposed 24% tariff on Japan. So now you see what happens. So in this way, Trump administration is creating problem or initiated a war. Definitely, it has been. It can be very aptly said that it is a trade war, has been new type of war has been initiated by Donald Trump. Okay, so demonstrators have begun gathering on the National Mall in Washington DC and other cities across the US to protest against Trump's policies. So Trump and Musk and their billionaire cronies are orchestrating an all-out assault on our government, our economy, and our basic rights enabled by Congress every step of the way, the group Indivisible said on its website. So hands off group, there's and move on. Some women's march, organized women's march. They organized hands off events in more than 1,000 towns and cities. Can you imagine? In the 1,000 towns and cities in every congressional district. So this is a huge movement already started, initiated within the country. Okay, so to how many people will you arrest and put behind bars? Oh, no, it is not possible. Better instead of controlling them, I should control myself, so that people can get respite, people can become happy, people can live happily and mirthfully. Okay, so this should be the target of a king, as told by Chanakya, an Indian philosopher. Okay, so on Afghanistan, tariffs charged on US goods 49%, US reciprocal tariffs had imposed 10%. Similarly, with Albania, Algeria, Andorra, Angola, like this, Antigua and Barbuda, Argentina, Armenia, Abuja, 10%, both their goods, both these countries and USA have imposed reciprocal tariffs, that are 10% each. Okay, 10%, suppose 10% Argentina, and similarly US also imposed 10%. Okay, so Australia also 10%. They had 10% tariff on US imports, and similarly USA has also imposed 10% tariff. Like this, Bahamas, Bahrain, Bangladesh, like this, all the countries. So hundreds protest against Musk and Tesla showrooms in Berlin. Even as a result, people are angry with the Trump administration, and as a result, in Germany's capital Berlin, hundreds of people have also gathered at a Tesla showroom in the latest protest against Musk, and they have also have broken cars, and they have smashed the showroom. Okay, so many showrooms, and even they have destroyed 17 cars. You see how they are incurring losses. And Jaguar also, I told that they have stopped exports, and the USA is an important market for JLRs, means Jaguar and Land Rover brands, but they have stopped, and it is a large trading partner. I mean, so they have also stopped sending their automobiles or automotive. Okay, so now you can see the trade surplus that Trump never mentions. Yeah, they have trade. Yes, they are imposing taxes or tariffs, but Donald Trump never admits that they have trade surplus. Okay, services make up about 70% of the US economy. That includes a wide range of business, including education, healthcare, travel and hotels, financial services, as well as media and entertainment, insurance, maintenance and repairs, and clearing of all those intellectual property, among others. So these things have trade surplus of the USA. So these things is not being mentioned by Trump administration. Okay, so all those things, you see, the US President Donald Trump's 10% baseline tariffs on many countries have come into effect. The Chinese government, which has announced retaliatory levies, has called on the US President to stop using tariffs as a weapon to suppress China's economy and trade. Okay, Trump tells people in the USA to hang tough. Okay, so this is the thing. In this way it is going on, and I think that if this type of tussle goes on for next 4 years, then there will be whosoever may come in the next election. I mean, in 25, 29, in the next election there will be in 2029 in the United States of America, maybe Democrats, maybe Republicans. If they do not change their policies, then these things will go on. If these things go on, then there will be problem, and there will be really problem for the United States of America. And definitely India is growing. India is now, I read one book that that India, China are mainly the centers of fear to the United States of America, and it was written in 2005 in a book. So you cannot say that India's soft power and India's economy is also growing, and India is respected by all the countries in the world because of its non-violence and non-aggression policies, and because India is a peace-loving country. India may be a medium economic country, but this country is respected by all because of its soft power, because of its spirituality, because of its religion, and because of the nature of the people. Okay, and its hospitality, its good policies also. The government of India has taken many good policies. That is why we welcome that, we the Indians welcome that, yes, the US people come to India, you stay here, you live here, you set up your businesses here, you set up your manufacturing industries here, you manufacture here, and from here you export your goods from anywhere in the world, and you help India. Similarly, China is also growing rapidly. That is why the United States of America is very angry, both angry and anxious. Okay, both. So you cannot say that Japan was its enemy since World War II. So that is why you cannot say that. Apparently, you may see that there is good relation, but ultimately there is enmity in mind. Okay, between the US and Japan, and it may revive at any time. But and similarly, Japan, similarly in Europe, Germany, France, they are also coming closer to fight against Trump's administration or Trump's trade war. And similarly, Canada is also is very angry, or Canada is also planning and taking alternative policies, and it is not now saying anything, now keeping anything hush. It is not remaining silent. It is also, I mean, Canada is also vocal with its new Prime Minister. So they are also saying that they will not subdue before the United States of America, and they will not tolerate the dadagiri or bossism of the United States of America. So if necessary, they will prepare for themselves, and they will take retaliatory actions if their sovereignty and if their democracy is attacked by any country, maybe in the maybe that the UK, maybe that USA, or whosoever may be. Okay, so and Mexico, with Mexico border problem is there, and with this, and the people who are immigrants, those are being deported from the US, and many jobs have been taken away by Trump administration. For all these things, and for all these policies, I think if this continues for more 4 years, then the problem will be more intensified, and there will be one time when the government or the US will collapse, and they definitely, you see, if you take birth, you will have to die. Similarly, if you grow once, you will have to fall. So now it is the time of growth. It has been grown, so one day you will have to be old and ultimately go to the crematorium, right? So I think the time of its old age has come, because it's a 275-year-old democracy, and yes, 276 years already. So if you are a very old person, your time has come, and definitely everything is predestined. But still we can live many years. We can live with our good deeds, with our good works. If we do good, definitely the people of the world will do good to us. If we do bad to the people of the world, definitely the people of the world will also do bad to us, definitely. And in this way, this is love and respect is reciprocal. If I love you, definitely you will also love me. So, but if you hate me, definitely I will also hate you. So I hope that stop that hating and loving. Think neutrally and try and extend your helping hand to help others, and make a peaceful society, make a better society, and make a balanced society, where all people, your people and the people in the world, will live happily, peacefully, without war and without any conflict. With this, I would like to conclude here. Thank you very much, and good night. If you like this video, then you will give like, put your comment, and you may share it with your friends if you like. And I will say to subscribe my channel. India and World Politics is the name of my channel. I am Dr. Keshab Chandra Mandal, a researcher for last 25 years. I have written 18 books, okay, on Indian politics and women's empowerment and sustainable development goals, and mainly Vikshit Bharat now, very recently I have written, okay. But I will not say no more, it's already more than 40 minutes probably, yeah, 47 minutes, okay. So I will close here, and I will seek your your permission to leave. With this, I would like to close. Thank you very much. Thank you, bye.